Hello everyone, welcome back to my booktube. I'm a romance reader and I love all things to do with books, so if you like this sort of content, don't forget to subscribe and let's get into the video. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a bookish vlog for you because I have a few things that I thought, you know what, let's put it all into a bookish vlog and we can do it together. So I want to annotate my books because I have not annotated books since I was at school, and I bought some annotation tabs a while ago and I've started to save pages where I know the annotation tabs would go. And I thought, why don't we do it together? And I was going to do a separate video on this, however, I'm like, I haven't annotated for a while and there's no point in showing you how I annotate because I haven't done it for ages. So we're just going to wing it. We're just going to wing it. We've got some tabs and we've got some quotes and things that I like, so we're just going to put it in and see where it takes us because, like I say, I haven't done it for a while. So we're just going to have to get back into the swing of it again. So I'm doing that, and then also need to update my reading journal as well because I have finally finished Butcher and Blackbird, so I need to update that, and I'm very close to finishing Twisted Hate. Now if you have watched my January TBR, then you will know that I put these books into that and I have not read them fully. So I've only just finished them. It is at the end of February, however, but I've finally finished Butcher and Blackbird, so I need to put that in, and I'm very close to finishing Twisted Hate, which when I first started reading it I was a bit like, not really a big fan of it, but then now it's getting towards the end, the excitement's coming and I'm like, so I need to finish that and then I can annotate that as well, because I have been saving the pages where I'm like, oh, I need to put a tab in there, I need to put a tab in there, and also on my Kindle. So I've annotated a little bit on my Kindle as well, so I need to put it into the physical version as well. And then I also need to put in my money into my money wallet where I've been saving of how many pages I've read for that month. So I need to update that as well because I haven't done that for a while. So I'm going to do that as well. So if you want to come and join me and know what I get up to in this bookish vlog, then let's go. I was going to carry this video. Jesus, Mickey, what are you doing with me? You gave me a fucking heart attack. Anyway, I was going to carry on this video ages ago, but I didn't, and it's now nearly 8:30 at night. But anyway, never mind. I've got my annotation tabs here, which I actually got off Amazon. I've got the clear ones, which look like this, and the reason why I bought these ones is because these lay flatter in a book rather than the post-it note ones, and I have had post-it note ones before which look like this, but they don't lay flat and they curl, and it's just really annoying. So I've kept these ones, and the only book I've actually tabbed is The Things I Hide from the Light. Now I did fold a couple of the pages, like I say, I don't like doing that, but I folded a couple of pages because I thought, oh, I like some of the quotes in this book. I didn't annotate it properly, as you can see, there's only about 4 tabs in there, but I put in some of the quotes that I really enjoyed. Now I haven't written in them, I don't want to write in them, I just wanted to highlight the parts of the books that I actually liked and the quotes and stuff. So that's what I did in this one. In the rule book I have dog-eared some of the pages, which I hate doing, however I didn't have my tabs on me, so I was like, oh, I want to save some of these quotes, I want to remember some of the pages for when I go back to it, and I just had to do it. I had to dog-ear them. So I am going to put the tabs in it. Now I'm not gonna highlight them with pens or write on them because I don't really want to be ruining the book in case I do want to reread them, but I just want to save the quotes. So I don't know where to even start because I have no idea how to annotate. Like I say, I haven't done it for a while, so I don't really know where to start. But so we're going to do pink, I think, for the romance side of the book, so such as the spicy scenes or the romantic scenes that I like, things like that. So we're going to go with pink, and then for purple we're going to go with quotes that might resonate with me or just general quotes that I really like. So we're just going to keep it simple because, like I say, I haven't done annotation for a very long time. I don't really know where to start, so that is going to be my starting point. So yes, we're going to do that. I am going to tab it inside. So like I say, I have dog-eared a few of the pages, don't know if you can see them, there you go. And I'm going to put them in the front of the book. This is the rule book, by the way, by Sarah Adams, which I've recently read and I really enjoyed. So that's where we're going to start because I don't really know. So I'm just going to put romance. So we're going to go romance in there. And then we're also going to go with, and then maybe we'll go with, yeah, this purple, I like this purple. So let's go with that one, and we'll go with, so romance and quotes that resonate. So that's where we're going to start. So romance is going to be pink and the purple is the quotes that resonate. There's the tabbing. I've done one romance one, and the rest are like quotes that I really enjoyed. And I think when I read it, that's what I was doing. I was folding the pages for the quotes that I actually really liked. So I have a few, but it's really annoying because look at the book now. But I need to go through it properly and actually tab the bits that I really liked romance wise, because I haven't done that. But a lot of the stuff in this book, I really liked the quotes, and some of them was quite inspirational for what they were saying and how they were going on in the book, and I think that's why I wanted to save it. So I've done my first one. And do you know what? I could tab so much in a Freedom McFadden book because, oh my god, the suspense and everything in that, I could tab loads of them, but I haven't saved them, and I wish I saved Never Lie, because that one would have been the easiest one to tab because there's so much suspense in that. But I have a few of them on my Kindle, and at the minute, obviously, I'm reading Twisted Hate, so I'm kind of tabbing on here as well as a little bit in the book. So I'm gonna carry on, I think, with Twisted Hate, but like I say, when I've read a Freedom McFadden book on here, I have been highlighting stuff, but obviously I've not got the physical version to do that, which is kind of annoying. But anyway, I'm gonna carry on. I'm gonna try and attempt to do Twisted Hate. Now I could do it with Twisted Games, because this book, then dropped it in my face, has been one of my favourite books ever, but I would have to sit here and go through all of it and start again, because obviously I need to tab it the whole thing, but I'm not going to do that, I don't think, but I really want to. But I'm going to do it on Twisted Hate, and then maybe another day I'll do like Twisted Games and stuff, because I have a few folded pages, and obviously I've tabbed it a little bit on here as well. So I'm going to do that because I'm going to keep this series. I've decided I'm keeping Twisted Hate because it is part of the Twisted series, and I've really been enjoying it, and I just can't get enough of this series. So I'm going to put you on here. So I'm going to do it again, but I think I'm going to do some spicy scenes. So that's the first bit. We've got that. Twisted Hate, spicy, and quotes I like. Spice I could do forever with these books because I love it. I've now annotated this one, which is Twisted Hate. I have put all in the quotes and stuff that I liked, and the plot, and also the romance / spicy bits. However, the spicy ones, I think I've just sort of put it as the romance. They're not actually the spicy bits, which I kind of need to put in. But I added one, like I said. I've got 3 now. I've got the spicy / romance, quotes I like, and plot. So I have a few more in this one, because obviously, like I say, I was doing it as I was reading it. So I am on chapter 50. So I'm very close to finally finishing it. So I'm here. So I'm more likely going to end up putting more tabs in it. But I've also took it off my Kindle, because as you can see, I've been highlighting in my Kindle as well, and then obviously putting notes to it, which I kind of want to do in here. But the pen that I have is this zebra pen. As much as I love it, on the actual tabs itself, it smudges, and if I close the book, it's going to then imprint on the rest of the pages, and I'm not doing that. So we have a few tabs in here. So hopefully we can carry on with it when I've finally finished it, which, as you can see, I'm not very far away. We're not very far away. But that's not bad for my first sort of attempt. I might be able to get better at it when I go through it a bit more, but that's my first attempt of annotating. I have got more that I want to do, which is Two Wrongs Make a Right, and some of the other books I really enjoyed that I've kept on my book trolley. But for now, I think that will do. But I need to update my reading journal, because I have finally finished Butter and Blackbird, so I need to put that on. So let's finish that. So let me go into my reading journal. I didn't know when I started Butter and Blackbird. Oh no. It was like the end of January. I know it was the end of January, so we're just going to write it anyway. Now it actually makes me think, because in the Blackbird it talks about the orb weaver, and her last name is Weaver, so she sort of like incorporated herself into this book. Because we'll give it 3 stars. It wasn't bad, but it definitely wasn't the best book in the world, because no, it's not the same. What did I like about this book? Because I don't mean it in the way that they were serial killers for the sake of being serial killers, but they were serial killers because they were basically killing off the people that were doing wrong in the world, such as the rapists, the murderers, the paedophiles, that sort of thing. and they were doing it to get rid of them and not just for the sake of it. So I kind of liked that side, if that makes sense. And there was one bit in the book that I found really fucking odd. Now, if you have not read this book and you want to read it, then I suggest you skip this bit. But there's a bit in it where basically she damages her arm from, or her shoulder from, obviously murdering someone else, and she has it severely done so that she actually needs surgery, so she's really hurt. And then they're going to find this place where his brother is actually a doctor and fixes people and stuff like that and helps him. So they're going to drive up there to his brother and say, look, we need help, we need you to sort it out for us. However, they get to a part where either she's just had surgery, or she's just had her arm fixed, or just before, and they start having sex, and I'm like, she can't physically move it, and yet they're having sex in the middle of the fucking, wherever it is, I can't remember where it is, but they're having sex with it, and I'm like, she's just fucking had surgery, she's like, she needs to rest, and yet you're having sex with her. I'm like, what the fuck? And then there's a part where he falls asleep and she falls asleep, but he's still inside her. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And then there's another part where I don't know whether it's he that goes in a bag or she mentions about a bag, and there's a dildo and some lube in a bag, and she carries it around all the time, and I'm like, who casually carries a fucking dildo and some lube around them with them every day in a handbag? Like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, okay. It was a bit, for me it was a bit odd in the middle, like it just seemed to dwindle a little bit in the middle. Like, she was trying to do the romance side of it, but it was a bit fucked up, and I was like, so that's the only thing. I think I didn't mind the story, but it was just a bit weird in the middle, that like she casually needed to have surgery, but then she'd had the surgery, or she was getting the surgery and to fix her arm, and then the next minute they were having sex. They were having sex, but like her arm's strapped up, so it's either on the hospital bed or some, I don't know where it was, but it was a bit fucking odd, it was a bit fucked up. And then casually he brings up, or she brings up, the fact that she's got a dildo in a bag with some lube. Casually she carries it around every day, and I'm like, what are you talking about? So yeah, that's basically why I only gave it 3 stars. But there was a plot twist right at the end, and I was a bit like, oh shit. Was not expecting that, because as I was listening to the audiobook, obviously the voices of the different characters came in, and this one character, I'm not going to mention what it is, but this one character is at the end, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? And then as it was reading it, I was like, okay. So obviously I know there's another book to it, but I'm like, am I going to rush into another book? Probably not. But there is a plot twist right at the end that obviously makes you think, okay, what's going to happen next? So I like the little plot twist at the end, but that's probably about it. So yeah, that is my review of The Butcher and Blackbird. Yeah, that's my review of The Butcher and Blackbird. Like I say, it just wasn't my favourite, and I have been trying to get into different people that write thrillers, but the past 2 that I've tried have just not been up to scratch with Freida McFadden. I just can't, I can't get out of the Freida McFadden thing. But it wasn't bad, but it was definitely a bit messed up. I mean, I know that's what a thriller is for, but it was just the way that romancy bit was trying to get done in the middle, and it was a bit, ugh. But anyway, so yeah, there's that one. I also need to do a review on Twisted Heat. Towards the beginning of it, I was a bit like, not really my favourite. But then as I got into the middle of it, I was like, it's getting a little bit more. And now I'm getting to the end, I'm like, come on, I want to know what happens. So I think it's going to be a 4-star for me. It's very similar to like Twisted Love. Now, Twisted Love, again, it was very much the same for me, because at the beginning I was a bit like, don't know if I'm going to like it. Then it got to the middle, and then it got to the end, and I was like, actually, this has been quite a good book. Out of the series so far, Twisted Game is my favourite. So yes, this is my favourite series that I've actually read so far. Like, this is one that I'm very close to finishing the series. I have a couple of others, but they've only got like 2 or 3 books in that I've nearly finished. But this one, favourite series so far. Favourite series so far. I think because they were sort of hating each other, and then as they're coming out of it, I'm like, they didn't really hate each other. They've actually always liked each other, but they've just put that front on. And I'm like, it's not really enemies to lovers then, is it? But anyway, so yeah, I'm actually probably about 80% of the way through, but we're going to keep going. I'm hoping you get to see the video as I'm filming this, because today's Friday and that's my normal upload. So it's currently 20 to 3 in the afternoon, and I'm hoping you get to see the video as I'm filming it. But I've just finished filming a video, so I've got books to put away back on my book trolley, so let's go and do that, shall we? I'm going to give you a bit of a tour what I've got on my book trolley, because I did do a whole video of what I had in my bookshelf / trolley, so I'm going to show you again as an updated bit of this video. So we have these books and we have them books there, which all need to go away. I'm also waiting for my Shein order, which hasn't arrived yet, but apparently according to Yodel it's going to be between the hours of 7 and 9 tonight, which is great. I have a lot of books. I have a lot of books on my shelf. This is the top one. So this bit is the bit that you don't see when you come in, because this bit has got all the books mainly that I've read, or the ones that I want to reread, or just new releases that I've just shoved in the back because they can't fit on the front. So the top bit: First Time Caller, Christmas Wish, The Love Interest, Enemy, Off Limits Rule, The Things We Left Behind, This Is How You Fall in Love, Me Before You, and then a couple of first editions of Harry Potter. Then this one has my Kindle inserts. We have Things We Hide from the Light, Twisted Games. Read these two. These are my favourite books ever. I have a couple of the Shatter Me series. Date with Destiny, I've read that as well, really like that one. This Spells Love, one of my favourite books. Twisted Love, really like that one. The Rule Book and the Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams, I love them books. With This Kiss, again another 5-star for me. The Key to My Heart and The Love Hypothesis, this one loved, and this one I really enjoyed. Then at the bottom I have my annotation tabs, my stickers. I have these magnetic things which are for the magnetic pop sockets, but I don't have a magnetic pop socket, which is kind of defeating the point, but we have those there. And then I've got like my mini books in here, which I made absolutely ages ago, because I used to pick them out for TikTok to do a video to choose my books, but I have not updated them for a very long time, and I think some of the books in there I don't have anymore, so we might have to do a video where I update them. And then I have my book cover, which my mum made me, which is here. So when I read my physical copies, it sometimes goes in there from travelling. Then at the bottom I have some crystal books there, some moon astrology ones. I have the After series because I wanted to reread them. Didn't realise it was on Kindle Unlimited. So if you do see these little tabs that are on the books, it means they're on Kindle Unlimited. So I wanted to see which ones were when I looked at my bookshelf. I have A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. I have The Match by Sarah Adams, House Made Secret, Beg, Borrow, Steal, Two Wrongs Make a Right and Set on You, which I really enjoyed, and this one is one of my favourite ones as well. And then on this side we have my pinks, my blues and greens, and then my blacks, and then they're just kind of random. So we have Reckless by Elsie Silver, I'll Always Be With You, Monica Murphy, and another one by her which is Promises We're Meant to Keep. This is a Lancaster series. Checkmate, Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood, Wildfire by Hannah Grace, Once Smitten Twice Shy, It Ends With Us, Night Shift, Love After Love, The Last Summer, Could It Be Magic, After Love, and If This Gets Out. I have read that one, and that is it on this bit. So these are the books that that I haven't read, really, mostly. So this side is the books that I haven't read. Then we've got It Was Always You, Back of the Spell, Indigo Ridge, Ever After, The Library of Lost Love, which is also on Kindle Unlimited, The Loving Feeling, Before I Do, again another one in the Shatter Me series because I couldn't fit it on the other side, Only Love Can Hurt Like This, Malibu Rising, Twisted Lies, which I'm so excited to be reading next because I am currently on Twisted Hate, and this is the last one in that series. Deep End, and a Gavin and Stacey quiz book because I absolutely love Gavin and Stacey. And then another one of like a crystal chakras book. Then at the bottom we have This Man Confessed, again Kindle Unlimited, The Mr. and the Mrs. by E.L. James, Things I Wanted to Say, One by One, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, The Crash, Forget Me Not, which I read and I really enjoyed, If I Can't Have You. I've had this on my bookshelf for ages and I have not read it yet. And then the last book in the After series, Only Fools and Horses quiz book as well because I really love Only Fools and Horses. And then a couple of the secret books, which is The Magic and The Secret by Rhonda Bryan, I want to say. Yep. So that is my book trolley. I used to have a book trolley, so where my telly is now and my computer and everything there, I used to have a big bookshelf and it used to be full of like stuff, and then I changed it into a bookshelf and I accumulated a lot of books. Now this book trolley is not actually a book trolley, it's for like other stuff, organising things. You can get a lot of books on this. and I've filled it always to the brim, and then I'll have a clear out and then I'll end up buying more books, so it's never not empty. So there's a lot of books there, and I think I might start getting rid of some of them because I know that I'll either not pick them up or I picked them up a long time ago and didn't actually read what they were about. So I might do that for another Bookish vlog one day, but for now they're there and that's what they are, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put myself in a book buying ban because, as you can see, there's a lot and I've not read. So yes, so I've done that now, and then I'm going to be reading Twisted Hate while I cook some dinner. So I'm going to take my Kindle downstairs, start reading and finish the book, hopefully, and read pages that I need to read for another video. So it is now a little bit later on in the day. As you can see, I've not uploaded it on the day that I was meant to upload it, so I think I am going to start changing my day to a Sunday upload instead of it being a Friday. Now, the reason why I'm going to do it on a Sunday is because when it comes to a Friday, sometimes when I got to finish off a video, I completely forget about it, try and finish off the video, and then I haven't got time to edit it and upload it by the time it comes to the Friday. So I think I'm going to change it to a Sunday, so that is when you're going to be seeing this, hopefully. But anyway, I have finally finished Twisted Hate, and it's taken me a while, but it's not because I haven't liked it, it's just life and work, so I've just not had the time to sit and read it all. But I have actually thoroughly enjoyed this book. It's probably not my favourite out of the series, just because it was getting on my nerves at the beginning, and I didn't like the fact that they were supposedly enemies to lovers and then all of a sudden they got together. But I did like the ending. However, it got to a point in the book where I was a bit like, it could have ended sooner than it did, because there was obviously something that happens and the characters like split off and then come back to each other, which, spoiler alert if anybody's wanting to read this book, but she could have like stopped when that happened, but she didn't. She carried it on, which I kind of understand why she carried it on, but I was a bit like, right, you know, the story's ended now, like that's the end of it. But I did quite enjoy it in the end, and I would give it probably 4 stars again, like I did Twisted Love. But my favourite character so far has got to be Reese and Bridget. Them two have just blown it out of the park for me. Them two are my favourite fictional characters out of this series, and I can't wait till this series comes to the Netflix, because oh my god. So I've got one more book in this series to read. I'm so excited because I'm like, I need to read this series before the Netflix show comes on, because then I can know what happens and what changes. So I have one more, which is Twisted Lied. So I'm gathering that is Stella's side, which I think there is a bit of a spoiler at this book of what's going to happen. I think she goes with, not Dante, oh, who is it, Christian maybe, or someone like that. She reckons she's going off and spending this time with somewhere else, and this band or whatever it was, and I don't think it is. I think that's a rebound of something else that's happening. So I think it's Stella's side. Let me have a look actually. Christian, yeah, see? Got it straight away. There we go. Didn't even have to read the blurb. So yes, Christian and Stella is this one. But anyway, that's that. I've done that now, so that needs to go back on my bookshelf. I have no idea where I'm going to put it, but I think I'm going to have to read a Freedom McFadden, because this month I literally read 2 books. The only books I've read is Butcher and Blackbird and Twisted Hate. So I'm going to have to read a Freedom McFadden, and hopefully I can get through it quick. And the thing that's coming to mind is the 1 by 1, because it's so short. Let me tell you, it's short, they're snappy and they're quick. I don't have a clue what it's about, but I'm trying to, oh, epilogue. What page? 200 and something pages. 258. Very short, and I think I'm going to whiz through it, so I think I'm going to start that tonight. Anyway, I'm going to sort myself out, stop jabbering on, and then I'll come back when I've start reading a new one, because this woman, this fucking woman, she will do it every time.